Hello everyone, Happy New Year. In case you didn't know, I'm Rich, your go-to for Doctor Who from WhatCulture.com, and it's finally time, after a dang year, to up those downs. Doctor Who Series 12 is finally upon us, and after a, let's say, lukewarm Series 11, we all prayed to the great Chibnall in the sky that things would be better this series. There were many kinks to be ironed out in Series 12, link in the description for my video on things to be ironed out in Series 12. Trust me, I kept that script to hand while I was watching Spyfall Part 1, so hopefully I could tick things off whilst watching yesterday's episode. Now, don't judge a book by its initial cover. I thought The Woman Who Fell to Earth was a really good opener for Series 11, and it was, but the rest of the series didn't really keep up that kind of quality, so let's not get too carried away with the absolute banger that was Spyfall Part 1. Give me green, give me red, do not forget, spoilers ahead. 2020, baby. It's the year of rubbish rhymes. Secret agents all over the world are being supposedly killed off by translucent, wall-defying, I'm assuming, alien things. Don't know how, don't know why. Cue titles. Thank God there actually are titles. The last special didn't have any, and nor did the last season opener, and Doctor Who is nothing without its title sequence. We have no idea how long it's been since the events of Resolution. Has it been a year? Not a clue. Is it even New Year's Day? No idea. Graham, Yaz and Ryan are back to their normal lives. At least they're checking in with their family and friends after being away for a while. We're back to the old travelling backstory, which proves that the Doctor isn't too keen on trying to cover all of their adventures as tracks by taking her companions back to, say, 12 hours after they left. Look at Aliens of London and World War III back in 2005. Messing up Rose's timeline didn't end well. Instead of playing basketball, having a checkup with your GP, or trying to cover your tracks as a probationary police officer, oh yeah, remember, Yaz is a police officer, instead you're thrust into the back of a black 4x4 by two blokes in suits and shades. Either you're headed to MI6, or your mates have had you picked up by two male strippers doing a bit, I don't know. On the way to MI6, the Doctor catches up with Team TARDIS, only for the sat-nav to freak out. No, it's not recalculating a route because there's a teensy bit of traffic you might hit in 400 miles time. Instead, it's locking the doors and disintegrating the driver. Then it drives itself backwards into oncoming traffic while screaming, "Die, die," at the remaining passengers. Honestly, I was half expecting a Sontaran to jump out the glove box and Mr. Potato Head his way into proceedings. It's very Atmos, isn't it? After this rather cheesy car chase, we are at MI6, and guest star number 1, Stephen Fry, is up as C, the head of MI6. C calls upon the Doctor and co to help with the unknown. Now, this first interaction is actually something we've been waiting for since the announcement during Wimbledon that Jodie was taking over the Doctor. C just assumed Graham was the Doctor due to him being a bloke, and all the records of the Time Lord up to this point said Doctor equals bloke. So this interaction could have gone one of two ways. Either C went all 1930s on the actual Doctor and assumed this random woman is talking bollocks, or he could have gone along with the truth of the matter and continue. Thankfully, the latter was chosen. And way to go about finally having the misgendered interaction we were waiting for back in Series 11 to not be tasteless and stupid. Admittedly, why would they have gone the other way and been sexist about it? Ignore me. Still, up. C takes the crew to the agent we saw on a plane in a hospital bed. Turns out her DNA has been rewritten and was no longer human. Doesn't narrow down who might be behind it, but it shows this is alien. Cut to Stephen Fry reprising his role as the toy shop gadget man from Stormbreaker, and we get all the Bond we were expecting. Laser gun shoes, rocket launcher cufflinks, whatever, sure. Then we get to the bit I positively squeaked at, something I hoped was coming. Remember my thing Series 12 needed to fix? I mentioned it in the intro. Acknowledging the wider Whoniverse. Done. Unit and Torchwood both name dropped. Interestingly though, C didn't realise that they were both defunct. He thought they were still going. More on that in a bit, but still, acknowledging the wider Whoniverse, tick on the script, up. Sure, it's not exactly much in terms of whatever or whoever's returning from the wider Whoniverse, but it's a start. After being briefed on the villainous guest star number 2, Lenny Henry, C is assassinated by the aliens we saw taking out the secret agents in the intro. Cue lasers, running, diving, wall-ignoring assassins, and off into the TARDIS we go. So that's C done and out. It's Stephen Fry, for goodness sake. Do you really think they got him in for a two-parter for literally 5 minutes of screen time? Something else is absolutely afoot. He didn't seem to realise that Unit and Torchwood were both dead and buried. If he is an alien, his reading up on Earth history to go undercover with only went up to like 2011, so how he's the head of MI6, I have no idea. We've not seen the rest of him. Watch this space. Time for the team to split up. The Doctor and Graham head to Australia to meet up with the mysterious O, who I genuinely thought would turn out to be Captain Jack. Oh God, please come back. Whilst Yaz and Ryan head to San Francisco to spy on Daniel Barton, Lenny Henry, head of VOR, or I guess the Whoniverse is Google? VOR, not VOR, VOR. Google VOR, yes. No, don't Google VOR. Now, on the way into the building, Ryan is loudly proclaiming how nervous he is about being a spy, as he's about to spy on Daniel Barton, the head of VOR, about assassinations. It's like rule 1 of being a spy. Don't make loud noises. Don't make loud spy noises in public. Now, they don't get caught out in public about this. But is this a bit of dumb writing oversight? Was this originally conceived as a private conversation between Yaz and Ryan instead of being out in the middle of a damn square? Down. Oh my God, it's Sacha Dhawan. We haven't seen you in Who since playing Waris Hussein in An Adventure in Space and Time. How have you been? Now, I had a feeling we'd see you again. So this is the elusive O. It's not Jack Harkness, but it'll do. Convinced of alien activity and subsequently let go from MI6, this guy is under protection from these creatures taking out operatives, but the protection doesn't exactly work. A creature is captured and held in a cell thing. Meanwhile, Yaz and Ryan do their best sleuthing, copying Barton's ID card and security pass, scanning his DNA to find out he's only 93% human, downloading all of his PC data, and finally catching him in the act, speaking with these weird, glowy, wall-transcending alien things. Yaz is engulfed by one of these wall-transcending alien things, ends up in some weird vertical tubed purgatory, only for loads of these things to start glowing all over the building, while a quite distraught Ryan, convinced Yaz is dead, watches from outside. Now this is very Army of Ghosts, isn't it? The Australian ghosts swap places with Yaz, Ryan meets up with them at O's place, and they relay everything they know. Now, Yaz gets her first big time to shine here. She was convinced she died. The morality of herself amidst these perilous situations really starts to set in, and Ryan is there to comfort her, which is really nice to see, since the only thing connecting them, bar the Doctor and their sort of co-adventures, is knowing each other at school. Seeing more of a relationship build between them is going to be really good for their character development. I just kind of hope it's not love. I hope Yaz's near-death, but not really near-death experience changes her outlook on things. It doesn't happen that often in Who, but it's good to see that the companions are becoming more aware about their surroundings, in a less, holy crap, I'm on an alien planet, this is so cool kind of way. This split companion experience over the course of the episode really gave each of the three some relevance in this story. Yaz fears for her life, Ryan shows he really cares about her, and Graham is Graham, asking all the right questions and generally just being lovely. Everyone so far in Spyfall Part 1 feels useful and used, and I hope this sticks through Part 2 and throughout the rest of the series. But because it's just so good to see, I'm going to give it an up right now. This all could change. Their dynamic might slow down and Ryan will be useless again and Yaz will just sit there and gawp. We don't know that yet, but so far in Spyfall, it's looking good. After extrapolating all of the data that Yaz and Ryan found in San Francisco and all the stuff that Graham and the Doctor and O uncovered in Australia, they work out that these aliens are actually also spies strategically placed around the globe. The Doctor, of course, wants to get to the bottom of exactly what's going on, and in quite a good turn of fate, after cutting their interview short, Barton actually invited Yaz and Ryan's covers to their party, hack a guest list, get everyone in the TARDIS, including O, and we're going to head to a big old birthday bonanza. Armed with everything they know, they're ready to confront Barton. But now he knows that Yaz and Ryan were spying on him and stealing info, so he is also going to take action. Now, seeing Lenny Henry playing a villain is honestly brilliant. He's so good at playing evil. I am genuinely really excited to see what we get from him in Part 2. But for his performance in Part 1 so far, an up for you, sir. After the Doctor confronts him and he plays dumb, threatens her, then runs, limo chases, motorbikes, guns ensue. Now, you know I said about how Yaz was kind of concerned about her well-being with all these adventures? She's then there with a bike and got O on her back and there's bullets ricocheting off the handlebars of a motorbike and she's almost laughing. So, is that completely negated that character development I've given an up earlier? Maybe. Let's see how this goes. Though this big action set piece, all very silly, all very fun, was all very fitting. It is a big sort of Bond parody after all. I mean, listen to Sega Nakanola's music. It's very, very Bond. chasing him down to his big-ass private jet. Yes, we noticed it, Ryan. No need to point it out. I see the pointless Ryan expositionary dialogue hasn't died off just yet. Barton escapes in his plane, but Team TARDIS O, I added an O because O, chase the plane down and climb in just in time. Then, O puts his foot in it. I've never been that good at sprinting. But the Doctor read your file, O. You were great at sprinting. Oh, you got me. Oh boy, double agent / betrayal reveal incoming, but oh god, this reveal was something else. O was behind it all. Barton is now a bomb. He wasn't actually a bomb, he's just been replaced by a bomb, and now it's exploded and the plane is crashing. And oh, did I mention? Sacha Dhawan's O is the Master. It's just this. There's no words. It's just Dhawan's performance post-reveal is absolutely spine-chilling. Almost like John Sim and Michelle Gomez's Masters became one. Maybe they did. I don't know. It's a double uptime. One for Sacha Dhawan for being just the best Master we've seen like ever in just this incredibly explosive reveal, and one for the BBC for keeping it an actual bloody secret, unlike revealing John Sim in World Enough and Time. Just oh god. The Master teleports away, the Doctor is sent to the upward vertical tubing purgatory, and I'm assuming she recognises it based on her reaction, and Graham, Yaz and Ryan are still aboard the crashing plane. Cue credits. As I said, an explosive opening episode, and I'm really excited to see what happens during the Second World War in France on Sunday. Apart from Ryan's very anti-espionage outburst and the potential thing about there being too much random expositionary dialogue, like, look, a big plane, the alien's laughing at you, Doc, yeah, we get it, I don't think there's masses I can really criticise about Spyfall Part 1. Honestly, it was a blast from start to finish, and I hope Part 2 keeps the momentum going. We will have to see on Sunday, won't we? Now, side note before we wrap up, the new Master. Where does he stack up in the chronology of the character? This is something I've seen a lot of reaction for on Twitter, on Reddit, on everywhere. Is he after Missy? Now, don't forget, in The Doctor Falls, Missy becomes more of a companion to the Doctor, even stabbing her prior incarnation in order for him to regenerate into her. John Sim's retaliation supposedly kills her with no regeneration, so does she still regenerate and just become evil again anyway, or is there something else going on? O Master, which is what we'll call him for now, took the form of the actual O. O is a real person, keeping him shrunk down and in a matchbox to maintain the disguise. Now, this isn't the first time we've seen the Master take over someone else's body. Look at the 1996 TV movie. I know it's a tough watch, but bear with me. That Master was executed dead and in a chest and was goop until it possessed that paramedic at the start of the movie. Could the same thing have happened here? Was the Master formless post The Doctor Falls and therefore needed a host in the form of O? Does this mean that Sacha Dhawan isn't going to be the Master for the foreseeable future and is only there for now? Does this mean that Missy's redemption arc has been completely retconned? We don't know yet. I'm just sure the question will be asked by the Doctor herself on Sunday, or at least I bloody hope it is. What happened to Missy? Only time will tell. Sunday cannot come soon enough. I'm going to hover an up or a down for this one, because this could go one of two ways. If they retcon Missy's whole redemption, it's going to be a down. If they do something more interesting with the character, or even turn around and go, oh, by the way, he was between the Master and Missy, or John Sim's Master and Missy, that'd be it up. I don't know. Hopefully we'll find out. So there we have it. Series 12 went off with a bang, in my opinion, and I rather enjoyed it. But what do you think? Is this giving you hope that Series 12 won't be a mediocre bleh fest with occasional high points? I'm not going to get my hopes up just yet. As I've said, Woman Who Fell to Earth was great, rest of the series, meh. But acknowledging the wider universe, giving the companions equal footing in the relevance department, and a relevant, but not period-based, costume change, also something I said on my things to fix, that's 3 kinks of my old video done. It's a really good start, and let's at least relish in that before things potentially go south. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I'm really, really excited to be back doing ups and downs. It's been a bloody year. My name is Rich. You can follow me on Twitter at @PickUpChangeToe, and I'll be back on Monday with Spyfall Part 2's ups and downs. Now, most of the time, I'm over on What Culture Gaming, so why not head over there and see what video game content we've got cooking up. It's all Good stuff. And also, while we're talking about games in Doctor Who, The Edge of Time, the VR game, it's brilliant. I genuinely really recommend it because Doctor Who's not had many good video games, but that's really good. Anyway, I will see you next week. Happy New Year once again. Take care, everyone. Bye.